Well, morning again, out turfing. Another day of event calendars challenges, although to be honest, I'm not really doing it specifically. It's a rather complicated one with points for various things. So what I'm going to do is just go for a walk round Dalhousie, take the zones, go back, see what I've got, hope for the best. Opted for the countryside today because all the paths are still too icy. No point chancing a broken wrist or something walking around in ice. Much better out here. It's rough, easy rougher underfoot. And there's more wildlife as well. Just need to try and not rip my jacket on these brambles and rose stems, which I did to my last jacket. I had a same jacket as this but in yellow, and I was cycling down by Grove Farm and I caught the sleeves, or the full length of the sleeve, on a rose briar, and of course it just ripped the entire thing open. Big cloud of feathers flying out, and they continued to fly out for the rest of the day on the bike. Ruined the jacket. Most annoying. I think the problem is the jacket should have been ripstop, not just ordinary nylon or whatever it's made from. So, we've just moved house actually, that's it behind. We got fed up with the little bungalow, wanted something with a bit more space, and we could swing a cat. So we bought the Dalhousie Castle hotel. Going to run it as a hotel and feature it as a turfing destination. So it's going to take a bit of work to get that all sorted. Too much time on my hands, I think. Oh, look at this. All the crispy frost and ice. That's what I thought I'd do today, try and get a few clips of it before it goes at the weekend and next week. Enjoy the winter wonderland. I've been working on next year's Turf Scotland Advent calendar. I've got 23 done, just 3 more to get, work out, revise. 1 or 2 I'm not quite sure about, maybe whether they're acceptable or not, but I'm going to enlist the help of a few, shall we say, senior turfers, experienced turfers. Senior makes them sound old. Get their opinions first. It's good fun thinking things up. The snow down here hasn't moved at all. Down at the witch's house. taking zone. There we go. That's the witch's house tucked in the back there. Can you see it? Zone taken. Let's have a wee look at the witch's house. I'm sure I've shown you this before. There we go. It's actually just a folly made out of great big boulders. Many of them looking rather precarious. And the river's totally frozen down here. Can't be totally frozen, it must be flowing underneath it, I presume. And you see the temptation that those children had that drowned on that lake down south, or that pond, whatever it was. We were talking about that yesterday actually, and you wonder, children don't seem to get out to play so much these days. You wonder whether they're sort of outdoor wise, whereas when I was a child we were outdoors all the time, building gang huts, playing in the woods, playing on the rivers, building rafts, lighting fires of all things, getting up to mischief. But you learned, you know, you learned which branches on the trees weren't going to support you. You knew that ice wouldn't support you and you shouldn't go on it. So it's very sad all the same. So if you're a little child watching this, or an adult, don't go on the ice. This isn't Alaska, where you can drive an 18-wheeler across the frozen lake. There's lots of ice down there. And if I can get over and show you. It's quite neat. So I've just gone down to Zone Mill Home, site of an old mill. Could be, there's no brick involved in it, just stone. Probably dates back to the 17th, 18th century maybe, not sure. Very little details available, even on the Royal Commission site in Canmore. There's some amazing icicles on the cliff here, but I can't get near it to show you. Not while staying safe anyway. coming up for another zone, south-esque side. Probably liked it to have been south-esque side because it's beside the south-esque, but not quite where the our side came from. Ticking zone, I think. Nope, not behaving. There we go. It's lovely down here. Zone taken. On to the next one. That footage there just prior to this clip was down by the river where the sun doesn't shine. And it just shows you you don't want to build your house down by the river in the places where the sun doesn't get into in the winter. The cold stays. That was one of the criteria we considered when we bought our little bungalow. You know, Catherine's mum's house was down in Iron Mills Park, and it was always kind of damp and cold. Another criteria was no risk of flooding. Or landslips. So I think we're all right. So we're just heading up through the little pine wood, which shall bring us out at the Carrington Road. And get a few zones on the way back. This is not really a big turfing video as such. It's more turning into a walks with Planet Gary. I'm going to turn you around, so see if we can get this nice scene here. Isn't that neat? Oh, it's nice here. You feel the warmth of the sun. I'm not that tempted to sunbathe. Not that warm. It's funny, the British weather, we start getting news alerts when it drops to freezing or a few degrees below. Yet there's a video on YouTube, life at -71 in Siberia. You should watch it, it's good. So, coming up for this zone soon. And this zone will be watch the mud, I think. Although today it's watch the frozen puddles. Be there soon. Yep, there we go.
Taking zone.
The wind, the cold wind makes my eyes water. Should get goggles or something.
Zone taken.
Zone taken. I was round at my brother-in-law's last night. It was my sister-in-law's birthday, and they've got a new wood-burning fire in the living room. These cast iron things. It's quite new to them. Trouble getting it to go. I think they might be used to central heating. You press a button, or not even that, it just comes on. But there's an art to lighting fires. Reading up on it. Partly in cold weather, the sort of heavy, dense air in the flue prevents the hot air from rising. We were kind of speculating that it was the rotary thing on top was frozen, or there was a pigeon stuck in the pot or something. Apparently what you need to do is prime the flue. Light up some sheets of newspaper in the fire first, and that apparently helps it go when you light the fire. Interesting. There we go, taking zone. Dalhousie Path. If ever you're wondering how to get this one, it's the only one beside the remaining fence post.
Zone taken.
Zone taken. What a day. Kinda wish I had the car today. Take my bike up, fat bike up to Holbeat Wind Farm down in the Moorfoots. Got a job to do at the weekend. My mum's kitchen has a basement, and there's no insulation in the floor between the basement and the kitchen. It's been like that since they bought the house 30, 40 years ago. But its mum says the kitchen's too cold. So we bought some sheets, 4 sheets of Jablite insulation. I'm going to cut that, wedge it into the joists, and that'll hopefully make a difference. But first I'm going to have to relocate all Dad's electrics, his lights and his power sockets up above his bench. So he's no longer with us, so I'll need to do that. Kind of waiting to see what the weather is at the weekend. I think there's snow forecast. I had a message the other day asking what I was doing. Was I doing something like Pokemon? So I said I'm turfing. And what is turfing, one might wonder? Well, turfing is a kind of pointless activity in some respects, where you wander about to invisible zones and take virtual points and get virtual medals. And it doesn't really exist. It's all ones and zeros on a computer, on binary little bits of code, little tiny nano switches that are either on or off representing ones and zeros, or hexadecimal and whatnot. But it's good fun actually. That's 2 years I've been turfing now. I'm quite amazed I've been able to keep the blog going, because there's not a lot to talk about in turfing. I went to a zone and I took it. Then I went to another one and took it as well. Then I went to another zone and took that one. And by that point someone else had stolen the first zone from me. So I went back and took it back again. But you've really got to do it to understand, I think. One of Catherine's pals has actually signed up. Can't remember what her name is. So we'll see if she keeps going. A lot of turfers have come and gone. A few locally that you saw for a little while and they disappeared. Even some of the ones that were quite active are sporadic now. Clear the trail a bit. Just thinking of things to talk about between zones. 6 months before I left work, they changed this pension scheme to a different method or something more affordable, I think, for them. Anyway, I paid the money in for the 6 months, maximum I could. And I got a statement in the other day. You can get a monthly income of £20. Wonderful. Your pension pot has changed by this amount in the past year. Mine is £375. So I've got about 4,500 in it. So I'm going to take it all out. Okay, you got to pay tax on some of it. There's no point in leaving it in there if it's going down. It's only giving me a pitiful amount as a pension. It's not worth it. It was a good vehicle for saving, getting some money, and getting it tax deducted and all that stuff. So I'll use it to pay part of the porch and one less pension to worry about. Not worry, just bother about. some other pension pots actually. But they don't come available till I'm 65. Another 4 years. And then the state pension when I'm 67. I'll maybe get that fancy car I want one day. Ford Mustang, maybe, quite fancy that. 5.7 litre one. What about an aerial nomad? Totally stupid. I always fancied a Range Rover. Or one of the new Land Rovers, Defenders. My moustache is icing up actually. There's a breathe out, condensation is freezing. Right, where's this zone? Come on, zone. Right, okay. Up here. Nope. This way. Caught my tree. There we go. Oh, caught another tree. We're right on the edge of the bridge here. This zone needs moved upstream by maybe 3 or 4 metres.
Zone taken.
Deanwood Path. And that's the last zone for today. I must admit, this is much more pleasant than wandering around Edinburgh yesterday. Getting disappointed by the lack of stock in the shops. You know, I went to Helly Hansen in the North Face, brand shops, to see stuff that was on their website. Oh, we don't carry that, sir. What Catherine was saying last night, we're talking about it. The reply she's had in the past is, oh, you can get it on the web. Yes, I know that, but I wanted to come to the shop to see it. Do they actually want you to go to the shop or not? Oh, there's another shop, Criterion Cycles, out at Dobbies, has changed hands apparently. It's a different shop name now. I was always disappointed by them. They didn't have any clothing or gloves even. They won't do bike repairs other than their own bikes. You know, whatever happened to ye olde bike shop? I remember in Peebles you had George Pennell's, and you could go in and he'd advise you, he'd chat to you, he'd sell you what you needed, not what he wanted to sell you. You know? It's all about money, isn't it? Making money. You never know whether you're getting genuine advice from shopkeepers or they're just wanting to sell you stuff. So it pays to do your research first and be a little bit more knowledgeable than them when you go in. Anyway, I'm just going to sign out now. Until next time. Au revoir.